and welcome to the beautiful dawn here in Portugal, Lisbon, Carcavelos, Cascais. We are here for the Capitulo Perfeito, the perfect chapter, the 10th edition. My name's Ben Mondy. I'm joined in the booth by Brendan Buckley. Bucko, this is a magic event, a magic competition, and we're in a magic spot.
Look at that, sun is rising, the swell hung around plenty through the night, and we are gonna have a very good day.
We have, it's an incredible competition. 16 of the world's best tube riders have descended onto this little stretch of hard-packed sand. It's a barrel riding competition. We've got some incredible tube riders all come in up against some local heroes and some guys that can do some serious damage.
Well, if you're gonna have a barrel riding event, this is the place to do it. Carcavelos, one of the best waves in Portugal, one of the heaviest waves here in Portugal.
It really is. We've got some swell, we've got some sun. This is a wave, just 25 minutes up from the coast there, from Lisbon, from the capital. An incredible place to come and visit, and this wave out the front is a bit of a local legend. And, well, as it says, it's a barrel riding competition because of barrels, and this beach is heavy.
Yeah, I had to surf yesterday evening, and it was very heavy. A little bit scary,
to
be honest.
Scary. It's a scary wave. But we've got some, I mean, look, we're going to go through the heats throughout the day. We're going to go talk about some of the junior events that's coming up. We've got a lot to go through, unpack. But the first heat, if we just look at the names of that one, is an example. Bruno Santos, Anthony Walsh, Rob Machado, and Francisco Paselco, the world junior champion. So already you can see in the first heat, some big names, some really heavy hitters of the surf scene. And the vibe is just, it's such a rare opportunity to see these guys in a singlet surfing barrels.
I think that pretty much sums it up too. I mean, you have 4 countries represented there. Anything from former CT surfers to, like you said, world junior champs. It's a wild draw, isn't it? It
is a wild draw, and it's kind of good because no one gets knocked out in this in the first round. So we've got the 4 heats. The winners go through straight to the second round or third round. All the losers, in inverted commas, get another crack at it, which I reckon they'll be pretty happy seeing at 6 to 8 foot in barrel.
Yeah, that's very nice of them. No losers. Everybody's a winner here.
At the Capitulo Perfeito, there is no losers. 10 years in the making, we've been coming to this incredible part of the world. The organisers have just slowly built something up that is truly special in the surf world, isn't it? It's a very rare occurrence that we get these surfers all coming in for a one-day event.
I think it's like a cheat code for the surfers, though. Like, it's going to be the best day of the winter. So, you don't even have to think about trying to organize for a swell or anything. Just let them make the call. They call it on. You're going to get barreled. You come, you're looked after. It's a no-brainer if you get invited to this thing.
Yeah, we're going to go down have a chat to the contest director, Miguel Fortes, who'll be making that call. He's on in the hot seat. Until then, he'll be keeping a close eye on things. Miguel is like, he knows his way around a Portuguese barrel. So if we've got anyone in charge of this sort of call, I'm pretty happy with Fortes.
Oh, he's tuned in.
He's the man. He always turns up these events. Doesn't ever look flustered. Always just sort of cool and calm and collected. And we've got these guys in the event too. This is a judging criteria. So there's manoeuvres, tube, commitment, difficult level, size, intensity of the wave, and the depth of the tube.
This thing is all about the barrel, isn't it, Ben?
Look, it should just say tube there. We're going to be absolutely honest. It is a barrel riding contest. But obviously, if you do a massive 10-foot aerial or a huge hack, the judges aren't going to ignore it. But the name of the game here to try and get those deep throaty ones right.
Yeah, basically I'd say if you find yourself doing a turn, you made a mistake when it comes to wave selection.
You've gone too fast. So there's so much on the line. There's so much prize money. There's for attitude, for wipeouts, of course, for commitment, for tube ridings, and for winning. Huge amount of sort of prize money on the line as well. So if they need any more incentive to get a 10-second tube, well, there's huge bucks.
They got it, yeah. I think 40K I saw.
Yeah, it's 40K, exactly. It's huge.
Serious coin.
And we've seen some incredible performances over the years. I want to have a little look at the highlight package of some of just last year's 2023 event, which again, well, it was pumping. It was, incredible waves. Buck, you were here. I missed out, unfortunately, but it was another epic day with some of the world's best surfers.
Oh, it was a beautiful day. Colder than today, from what I recall, but just as firing in the water. That's, oh, look at that. Neek's wave there. Iri's that one. A lot of the same guys. If you win this thing, you get invited back. So all the previous winners are here, including Nick, who won last year. And yeah, look at that, it was pumping.
Yeah, absolutely pumping. Nick Von Rupp, he's won it 3 times already. 2 times early on in the 10-year history, and then also last year. Aritz has won it twice. One of the great tube riders well, not just of Europe, of the world, and he's always so dangerous. Anthony Walsh, another past winner, he's here. And there's Aritz there. So that tube riding backhand style of his, one of the best backhand tube riders easily. We've also later on got some grommets popping up too. There's a sort of 2 heats of some of the finest young talents from Portugal, and they get all sorts of prizes, boat trips to mentalities and all sorts of crazy stuff. So we're going to see the grommets as well later on. But this is the type of waves we can expect, Bucko. It's predominantly lefts, right?
I would say, although I talked to a few people, specifically Dylan Graves last night, said his best wave last night was a right, which he was stunned by.
Right, there
so
you go.
I would say it's mostly lefts, but if you're super keen for a right, you'll find it.
Yeah, well, there's one right there. That's not a bad right-hander. So 2023 it turned on for the 9th edition. And just, you can see the gurgling and the power of this place. And there's Aritz again, just parking it. So that's the type of stuff we're going to hope for to see today. And these guys are just putting on a clinic, coming out. There's some sand in the wetsuits. You're going to get throttled out here, though, isn't it, Buck? Like, you know, areas close out. That's the nature of the beast at this place. But if you get a jam, well, this is what it's like.
Oh yeah, you're gonna leave with sand behind your eyelids, so it's just reality.
Yeah, and there's Nick Von Rupp. Does he look happy? Of course he is. He loves the competitive side of things. So incredible action, incredible waves, incredible results for the locals Portuguese surfer back in 2023. But now we're going to try and have a look at 2024 and see what's going to go on. Hopefully we've got Miguel Fortes, and he might be down on the beach ready for the call. And he's going to sort of talk us through the ins and outs and what we can expect hopefully today. So yeah, there's the forecast looks good from a sort of an outsider perspective. You just come down the hill, you see 6 to 8 foot lines and offshore. I mean, I'm no guru, but it looks pretty positive. But hopefully soon we'll go to the man that knows. Emily Uttrup is down there with Miguel Fortes.
Of the conditions today.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, contest will be start right away. The swell is here. We're gonna do the first 2 rounds with 30 minutes, and then we try to get, if there's conditions, we're gonna try to get longer heats.
Okay, and like we see some beautiful waves coming in here. And what do you think the judges are looking for today?
Oh man, event is basically they're looking for barrels. It's a barrel contest. It's not a barrel contest, but they want to see barrels. You know.
Okay, and then I also know that we also have a new generation heat in the middle of the day, which is also really exciting.
Yeah, it's true. We're gonna do before the final. We're gonna do the new generation heat like last year, and we expect the kids ripping.
Amazing. And what are you looking mostly forward to today?
I hope the wind pick up a little bit for offshore wind. It makes more barrels, and yeah, that's what I want to see. It's barrels. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, and we're excited for a beautiful day. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. And yeah, Fortes. Yeah, he looked. I would say the word I wouldn't describe Miguel Fortes is ruffled. He's just the coolest, calmest, collected kind of individual. It just puts everyone at ease.
You know, we'll actually see his son in the new generation heat, and he has that was inherited, basically. You see him in the water, he's young, but he is so careful with waves, which he'll have to be today. I mean, we have got a ton of swell, 2 meters. I think the period peaked at like 19 seconds last night. I think it's down to maybe closer to like 17 today. But enough west in there to really make sure you're not missing much. If it's too north, you kind of miss some swell here. Good. Low tide, middle of the day, so hollow waves all day long.
Yeah, it's pretty tidal this wave, but the tides aren't big right at the moment, so the differential between the tides, the low and the high, isn't huge, which should make for some waves all day. Yeah, as you said, the direction's right. And that period we talked about, which was really long yesterday, There was some incredible waves ridden yesterday, but it was a little bit straight. So hoping that period, if it drops, does that make it a bit more peakier?
It should, yeah. It should. And last night I definitely felt like a little bit less energy would help. So I think I had a quick look this morning. It looks a bit peakier. I think these guys are going to have no problem finding some open waves.
Yeah, there's going to be barrels and there's going to be some incredible waves ridden. This event, though, yeah, sort of, it brings a lot of people together. It's a bit of a gathering of the tribe, gathering of the clan, and we also remember Ricardo dos Santos, who was a Brazilian surfer who unfortunately lost his life in a shooting accident in Brazil. Just when he was at the peak of his powers, Ricardo was due to come over to this event and actually surf the event. One of the great tube riders, incredible at pipe, had some incredible results at Chopu. He's a legend. So yeah, we like to remember Ricardo in this event in our own way by getting barreled, but also by just putting his name up there as the event is in memory of Ricardo. So it's always worth noting and always good to talk about Ricardo and what a great surfer he was.
Totally. Sad story, but it is nice that we have events like this to keep his memory alive and really celebrate his energy. I think the most committed award or the most committed attitude award is in his honor at this event. So, I mean, he'd swing on anything in the water, and I think if you do that today, you're going to win an award in his honor.
Yeah, exactly. And Ricardo was a part of that Brazilian push. Really good mates with the Adriano de Souza and all that upcoming crowd. They respect him a lot. He was a real mentor and a leader, even though he was such a young guy. And he was such a vibrant energy. And yeah, he's missed. But this event is in his memory, and that's a really nice touch. See his style. And, such a Brazilians. There's obviously a few Brazilians in the event we'll kind of talk about, but I know like Lucas Chumbo is in the event, and he was very close with Ricardo as well. Saw him growing up, so yeah, it's going to be another incentive to go over the ledge. Not that they need much, but nice to see Ricardo getting mentioned and getting remembered throughout the course of today, the 10th edition of the Capitulo Perfeito, or Perfect Chapter, and that is in memory of this man on your screen. And there's Ricardo, what a ledge, and his memory lives on. But we're just talking about some of those surfers. Some of the Shumbo, for example, has come in. He got drafted in late, but some of the surfers in this event is absolutely mind-blowing. Buck, and I'm just going to ask you straight up, who's going to win? Who's going to win, mate? Let's go in. Who are you predicting?
Aritz
and Buru. Yeah, we talked about him. He's got history. He's got pedigree. I just saw Nathan, the Hog Hedge.
Ooh.
So Nathan Hedge, Australian ex-CT surfer, former world number 4. Did really well at Chopu last year. So he's got the late call-up. He just found out on Thursday or Friday and said, I'm coming over, and flew Saturday. So Hog's in the draw.
It's a pretty quick flight from Australia, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you just pop over. I think he got the plane. Got the plane over. So he's good. Who else we got? I mean, we talked about Dylan Graves, who, is an incredible surfer in his own right. Obviously, became got a bit of a name for himself with his weird waves, incredible YouTube shoes, but a great surfer in his own time. And this is Kika Veselka, so Francisco Veselka, who is the world junior champion, or was in 2022. Just grew up around these parts, and it's great to see Francisco going out there and having a crack against the guys. It's going to be incredible to watch.
Yeah. I don't know if she ever thought she'd surf a heat against Rob Machado, but here we are.
No. I bet, just wake up in the morning and think, she can tick that box, surf a heat with Rob Machado, done. And also Bruno Santos. I mean, we talk about Chopu, but he's won the trials there. He's got the final. Has he won the actual event? So Bruno Santos, Brazilian, now based in Bali, but just one of the great tube picks of our time. He's coming on the first heat. So everywhere you look, it's just incredible surfers. And obviously Anthony Walsh, well, he can thread a left-hand barrel as well, right, Buck?
Oh, he'll find him.
He'll find him. He's a big, absolute tube hound. So yeah, and then of course we've got some of the local surfers up against these guys as well. So it's going to be some incredible surfing, some incredible action, and it's going to be interesting to see guys like Rob Machado, Buck, who who is like, you know, he's surfed obviously a lot of competition heats, but he's, you know, getting on in his years. I'm not exactly sure we'll say his age, but, you know, the competitive fire still burns with these guys. It never goes away, does it? I reckon.
Oh, it's still burning. Don't let that long hair fool you.
Yeah, he's going to be there. He's going to. I mean, he's not going to be sort of snaking people or anything like that, but he's, you know, he's going to want to win.
You never know.
Anyway, we're going to go to a short break. We see some of the action here from the Capitulo Perfeito over the years. Back with more live action after this. Okay, so yeah, and we've got, I think, these are the video trials. So these were the trials to get into the event. The local chargers having a crack and having a good job at it as well.
Yeah, I think that's Thiago Stock who won it this year.
Yeah.
So some people came, like you said, Hedgie. A few others came from quite far. Some of these guys didn't have to go too far. They're all from here, Carcavelos. So safe to say they know the wave well, and we're going to see how Thiago goes against this field of the world, really.
What an opportunity. You can see how much it means to him. But yeah, local kid getting the opportunity to go and surf against some of his heroes, both local heroes like Nick Von Rapp and then, as you said, some of the legends of the sport like Rob Machado. So yeah, look out for him and those young kids who put it on the line and going to have a crack. So here we are. We just talked about that first heat. Pretty good indication of, you know, what you can expect for the rest of the day there, Buck. A mix of surfers, ages, talents.
Yeah, even and it's a mostly goofy foot heat. Francisco's holding it down for the regs.
Yeah.
But a mix of everything, really. And 30-minute heats, and we're going to see how they go. We're going to see what's going on in the ocean now. Must be exciting for the viewers. First look at what this ocean here is doing today. There he is. Bruno's profile on screen. 40. Can you believe it?
And still an absolute grom. Still attacking every left-hand barrel. Every swell in Indo is all over. Desert Point is kind of, you know, he's made a name for himself. And there's Anthony Walsh, Aka Walshy. He was also 40. And Anthony, incredible surfer. Been living in Hawaii for a large part of his life, but he's actually just moved to Geraldton, to Western Australia over the last year. So had a bit of a chat to him last night, and yeah, he's moved up to the northwest coast of West Isles. He says, I often just surf 6 to 8 foot beach packs on my own, like regularly surfing huge waves, no one around. So, and then just bolts out to wherever there's, you know, if there's swells in Hawaii or there's a swell in Europe, he's just on it. So yeah, he's always been just hunting.
Yeah, I'd have to say, I think he's responsible for showing the world a lot of the inside of waves. I think he was one of the earliest to pick up a GoPro and really start having some fun with it. So yeah, that man has brought us along with him inside many waves that most of us would not go on otherwise. Yeah,
we see all that footage, don't we, of you know, these incredible surfers. You know, Namibia sort of rings a bell, doesn't it? And yeah, people don't probably understand why she's sort of role in that development of that. He started off with a big old camera he's taped to his board back in the day before the GoPro sort of technology came in. He was experimenting with all that sort of stuff, and then the you know, the technology improved, and he embraced it super early and was part of the testing process and all that sort of stuff, and still doing it, still like still right in the mix of it all. So yeah, he's been super crucial in letting non-surfers see, well, and actually not surfers like me, what it feels like to get a long barrel. I mean, you know, without him, I wouldn't know what it feels like.
Thanks, Walshy. Let's see some more today. There you go. Francisca's 20, so
yeah,
she's surfing against people twice her age today. She's half their age. And oh, there he is, GoPro in mouth on cue.
Yeah. There's Ant, so he's ready. And he's been here many times before, so well travelled. We were talking a bit about last night with Aretz too, like just the amount of waves they've hunted and travelled. So yeah, he's a real adventure lover, fisherman, and as soon as he got the call, he was straight back. And then Rob Machado racking the hood.
Yeah, what do you think? Hood, no booties. That's a pretty rare combination. Well, what do you think?
I'm on record as saying I think a hood and one booty is the ideal.
Yeah.
It's the absolutely ideal in terms of rubber.
Don't put it past him. I think he is a one booty guy.
Is he?
Yeah, I
Mate,
believe so.
If I didn't love him enough already, he's even gone up even
That
more.
just took you over the line?
If that were possible, he's gone up in my estimation.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's Nathan, the hog hedge. Got a new board there, pretty crisp. No signs of jet lag. So fit, focused as hedge.